Everybody, it's Tatiana with you on Watch for the Hook Wednesday with Michael Parker. I'm back in the driver's seat. I'm back on my job. I've been reestablished with my employment. I'm sorry. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Miss Parker, appreciate you bringing us in there, girl. All right, now I feel you. I feel you.
I was on vacation. I was on sabbatical.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you back in it now, girl. All right, so you back at it.
Yes, I
Watch for
am.
the Hook Wednesdays on the
Yes.
Watch for the Hook Business and Entrepreneur Podcast. Miss Parker, I already told you. It's Michael and
Yep,
Tatiana.
I think I need to scoot over just a little bit.
All
I
right,
am
so
better
Miss
now.
Parker, what we gonna talk about today?
Today, we are really going to just kind of talk about are the numbers a lie? And that's putting it nicely.
And so the numbers that Miss Parker talking about,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you mean by that, Michael?
we're talking about the social media algorithmic numbers.
Algorithmic numbers.
Yeah, and so what we're talking about is, do the numbers make you think your business is doing better than it is?
And it's kind of close to that whole mirage concept we kind of touched on.
Last week?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Right.
Oh no, no, that
It
was
was the week before.
2 weeks ago. Two
Yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So is kind of similar to that, but we've just seen some instances where it seems like people just have some, I want to say, some internal battles
Oh yeah,
with the concepts of the numbers.
and so what we got to remember is the numbers on social media, especially through the algorithms, they give you different perceptions. So you got like impressions, views,
Yep.
clicks, likes, loves, shares,
Absolutely.
all those good things. And sometimes you could have, let's say, a very large number of impressions.
Engagement.
And like we say, Watch for Hook is a for-profit business. So we run off what? Transactions.
Yeah, conversions.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're talking about is, do those algorithmic numbers that sometimes skyrocket, does it still equate to, if you're in the apparel business, does that equate to sales?
Or, I mean, not even in the apparel business, in the business of selling anything.
Exactly.
E-commerce, okay,
Yeah,
selling e-commerce.
online. And so, I mean, that it right there is a tail. And so when you're looking at it, sometimes you think, man, I just hit like 200,000 views
That's a
or
big old
impression.
number.
That's a big old
That's a
number.
big old number.
And that's a huge number. Some people hit that. Or you can say, man, you know what? The last 7 days, I've had 1,000 impressions.
Yeah, that's actually good too.
Does that equate to success in your business?
You want that 1,000, what's it, 1,000? You want that 1,000 impressions to lead to 1,000 conversions.
Exactly, which means for us that means sales.
Yeah.
And lots of times that's just not how it rolls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you can turn around and look and be like, man, you know, some this week, man, I've been hitting it. Numbers hitting good on the
Yeah.
social media. But then you go look at your sales,
It don't match.
don't match.
But it's important to note that, it to always remember that it takes a certain amount of times for a person to see a product for it to be a or lead to a potential conversion.
And,
So, you see what I'm saying?
and that number that we've heard or the number that we've seen is 7.
It's 7.
So you got to get 7 in front of 7,
Yeah.
in front of 7,
Yeah.
in front of 7,
Mhm.
and in front of 7. So that number keeps going what? Up.
It does.
And so when you're looking at it, you're like, I've been killing it.
Right.
I've been working hard.
Yep.
I've been doing this thing. And I'm like, man, I am hitting all of what I need to hit.
Yeah.
And then you go look in the background and you're like, I'm still not getting what I thought.
Right. So to break that math down, right? Say for instance, that 1,000 number, right? In a whole 7 days.
Hmm.
We need that 1,000 to be broken down 7 times, right?
Yes.
So that now takes you from 1,000 people to 1,000 divided by 7 or 7 divided by 1,000, which is like 142 people, right?
Exactly.
So your number and your potential for conversion has already decreased substantially.
Exactly.
So now you want 142, 143 people to have seen their product 7 times, which would then equate back to the 1,000 impressions or engagements or whatever you got. So
Exactly.
you have to count if you had a $20 product, now you look at 143 people times a $20 product. So,
Exactly.
does that make sense?
Yes, the math is math in
Yeah,
my end.
yeah.
We wanna try
You
to
know, I
make
have
sure
to do the math. I
we wanna
have
make
to do
sure
the
that
math.
people can understand the math on their end.
So 1,000 impressions in 7 days for that magic number of 7 times a product is seen by one person equates to a potential 143 people.
Exactly. And so now what you gotta do is look at if nothing happened
Right.
from those 143,
Mhm.
what do you do next? Because see, what you gotta understand is this is a day by day thing.
Yeah.
It's not, well, this week I hit next week. No, you have to look at it as when I take that number, that 1,000 divided by that 7, that 143, I now have to start looking at how do I up that 143.
Yeah.
And so now you're looking at, okay, I need to get 2,000 impressions.
So what I'm hearing you say is that for that 1,000 to really equate to 143 people, that 1,000 would only have 143 unique views.
Exactly.
Okay?
That would be for the one product too.
Right.
If you're looking at it from our stance,
Exactly. So
our stance.
if you want 1,000 unique people, you need to have 7,000
Yes.
views for one product.
Yes. And that sounds like,
Unattainable.
yeah,
It's I didn't say it was.
it sounds,
It sounds
not
like,
is.
not is.
Yeah,
So that's how you have to do that math. You put that one post out there and it's looking great. I got 500. Okay, so if you take it and do that math, that's 7 uh by product, how many unique views you have.
exactly.
That's what you have to look at.
Yes. And so what we want y'all to understand is don't get deterred
Nope.
or don't get lost in the sauce of the numbers, because the numbers as they go higher will make you think I'm doing better.
Mirage.
What we're trying to get to understand is this is day by day. Take it as a day by day thing.
Yeah.
Understand that your numbers are going to vary day by day. I can tell you like this. Me and Miss,
Platforms too.
yeah, by platforms. And so what me and Miss Parker can tell y'all is there are certain social media platforms with the algorithms that you may hit really big numbers, really good numbers. But then on the social media site,
Yeah.
that same post might not have done
Might
that.
not do nothing.
And that goes back to what we talked about some number of episodes ago, is that each each channel has its own algorithm.
And it has its own personality too. We
Exactly.
have absolutely talked about that. TikTok versus Facebook versus IG. We honestly kinda I don't wanna say school, but I'll toot my own horn. We schooled, an individual that had been in the game for some years, okay? They're like 10 times what we are, alright? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Oh yeah.
But we had to just kinda hip them to the platforms and the personalities, and they didn't realize, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it makes sense." I'm like, yeah,
Yeah. Because you gotta understand every individual is different.
'cause it's different age ranges that are
Ooh,
more
you schooling them.
dominant.
You
I know I
schooling
need to
them.
stop,
You
you
schooling
know?
them already because
I know I need
you
to stop.
just hit them to another part of the algorithm.
Yep.
Algorithms break down age,
Mhm.
gender, region.
It's demographics, y'all.
Hey, you see right there, there's 3 different things that can affect your numbers.
Yeah. And you still trying to get that one product in front of that one person 7 times.
Because what we've learned is through apparel, 18 to 24-year-olds have what? More disposable income.
Yeah. You know what? And yes, I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Or they're at the very least more willing to dispose of their income.
Which means they spend their money.
They spend it. I don't mean trash it. I mean they spend it. Okay.
Exactly.
They
As
living their best life.
as you get to the, was it 19 to 34?
Yeah. No, because you said what, 18 to 24?
Yeah, 25 to 34.
Yeah, yeah.
25, 34s, Very a little different.
Now they trying to buy a house, y'all.
They done graduated college
They
from
trying
over
to buy a
10.
house, gotta get their credit right. They trying to pay off them old bills, them old credit card
Hey, they got light, water, and gas. So now you got to start looking at who am I trying to target and go after.
Mhm.
So in that 1,000
Yeah.
impressions you had, who was in what age
Yep.
range?
What's your percentage? What's those weights?
Was it male? Was it female?
Right, right, right.
Were they in a certain region of the country?
Yep.
Were they even out of the
That's
country?
true.
So now you gotta look at it. I'm gonna tell you, these numbers is one thing you gotta understand. Social media is worldwide.
All of that.
It's for everybody. And so when you start looking at these numbers and impressions and engagements, you still have to start looking. So what did my algorithm grab for?
What is it telling me?
Exactly. So now you gotta go look at the numbers inside the numbers.
Numbers inside the numbers.
Hey, listen, we telling y'all there is some math
It's a lot of math.
and some more math
And then
and,
make that math.
and then some more math.
Yeah.
The math is mathing and the math ain't mathing. You
Right.
gotta figure out which math works for your business.
But you know what? I think it's really important to know that you have to figure it out, yes, but you have to be willing to put forth that energy
Gotta do it.
because there's a misconception. I'm gonna throw it out there and I'm just gonna go viral. And viral is what's gonna make your business go boom.
We talked about that last week. Be intentional in your business.
Yes, like I'm sorry, everything everyone does is not gonna go viral. I ain't went viral yet.
Wait, but we still in business.
Well, yeah, I probably had some instances had I posted it, I could have gone viral, but
I
that
got
ain't what I'm here for.
we're talking about them nimbus.
The nimbus.
And like even for like me and Miss Parker, we've even understood. We've had certain designs that did what? Targeted a certain
Yeah,
age
it was
range.
intentional. That was
Yes.
the freaking point.
Yes. You're trying to go after a certain age range.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you said, that's being intentional in your
it
business.
is.
This design was designed, not saying this is like now, but I'm talking about a certain design was designed for the 18, 24-year-olds.
Yep.
It was for them because it need to be a little bit more flash. It need to be a little more flossy, a
Mhm.
little bit more gloss on it, a little bit more with it.
A little bit more color.
As certain people get older, they want a little less flash.
A little more muted, a little bit more demure.
They want simple.
Yeah.
They want it easy to
Not
read,
boring.
not boring.
Not boring.
Simple ain't boring, child. That's a whole nother other subject
It
right there.
is. Simple
Simple,
ain't boring.
simple ain't boring. And you got to understand.
Write that down, write
Yeah,
that down,
write that
write that
down.
down.
Yeah, because a lot of people got to understand what can grab your attention doesn't have to be a whole lot. And when we say a whole lot, it ain't got to have 27 colors in the color
Nope.
palette. It ain't got to have 32 pieces to the design to make it one. We've understood that.
Mhm.
We can go tell y'all right now. One of our most flashiest designs, the behind the scenes tee, was very complex.
It was. Are we veering off topic
No,
here? Okay,
no,
okay.
no, because in the numbers of that one, it wasn't gravity. It wasn't grabbing.
Yeah,
See what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though it was more complex, it didn't grab.
Right.
And so you figured out what we figured out is certain going back to the numbers.
Yeah.
You look at the numbers for that, you see whose attention it grabbed
Right.
and whose attention it did not grab.
Right.
And so that's when you're understanding, are the numbers misleading you
Yeah.
or are the numbers telling you something?
Are you just not paying attention to what the numbers are telling you?
Exactly, because the numbers will tell you a lot about your business.
It will.
And so when we talking about are the numbers lying, we're going to still reiterate, you can have a large number of impressions, but does that lead to conversions?
And that's what you needed to do. You needed to lead to conversion.
You need to grab people and hold them damn near hostage.
Yeah, you need to not only grab their attention, but you need to keep their attention.
Oh, say that one more time.
Like grab and keep.
Grab
Grab
and
and
keep.
keep. That's it.
Gotta grab you. I need to hold you there.
Yeah.
I need you to see what we're showing you And then for you in your mind to decipher, oh, I like that.
Right, 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 right. Complete the process. Go ahead and fully convert.
Exactly. And so what we want people to understand is don't think that because you're not getting the numbers that you don't want, does not mean you're not doing it right.
That's right.
It's just saying you now have some data that can help you tweak,
Yes.
change, pivot, get a better understanding of what you are trying to do with your business.
Right. Or what a particular product is potentially going to do.
Exactly. And it's the same thing even for us in the podcast world. We've learned certain titles get certain numbers.
Yes.
It's how you phrase it. It's how you word it. They call it SEO. That's some more topics we gotta talk about for y'all. But we're just letting y'all know there are things that you have to understand within the numbers.
That's true.
And it may tell you, I grabbed someone's attention in a certain realm. Now, what you have to do is decide, am I going to go toward that realm a little
Yep.
more?
Yep. 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 Yep.
Or am I going to hold that in the back of my
Yeah.
head, do something else, use that data that we did or you do next, and then figure out where do I go from here?
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't want you, we do not want you to get discouraged
Nope.
because you said, I got a lot of views or I got a lot of impressions or engagement, but I didn't get the conversions. You're now on a path
Yeah.
that can take you another route.
You are.
And so you have to make sure you understand that what the numbers are actually telling you. A lot of the time, you got to learn in business, the numbers keep you in business.
They do.
And so you got to understand which route do I go next?
And is that a route you want to go? So are you gonna stay the course? Or are you gonna pivot and potentially do something that you may or may not want to do?
That is a decision
That's
to
a
make.
big decision, especially if like hardcore, what you are wanting to do isn't working. And you're not necessarily willing to meet it halfway.
But they say you came to the fork in the road,
Yeah. Because some people feel like I'm losing me, but
or or as I always say, I'm gonna kill him with this one, and they're still alive.
oh, that's hilarious. I will never forget that.
Like, damn, that one didn't hit. But you learn from it. Everything that you do a post, a ad, a share, a story, there is a number
It is.
tied to it. Those numbers are vital in how you can help your business grow or even just keep you in
But
business.
this is another issue, and I won't go too far into the weeds with it. A lot of people see the numbers on the surface,
Oh yeah,
and they see that, and that's where they stop.
exactly.
That's literally where they stop. Peel the curtain back. Go look behind it.
Do a
But
deep dive.
yeah, do a deep dive. But a lot of people, A, they don't have time to do it. B, they don't want to do it. C, they're just not interested in what it's telling them. They feel like because they had X amount on the surface level, they're good.
But then there where's the lie may come into your numbers.
Yeah.
You really ain't good.
Right. That's the mirage.
That is it.
That is absolutely the mirage. So,
And that is what we tell you sometimes. The numbers, they be lying to you. But that's for you as a business owner to look into your numbers a little deep and figure out how do I fix this? Or how do I,
keep this going.
what we say, monetize on the momentum?
Yeah, yeah.
That's another episode too.
It
A
sure
few
is.
back.
It sure is.
Gotta understand how to monetize on that momentum. Because
Yeah.
if you get, like Miss Parker was talking about, viral, if you get a post or an ad or anything that gives you numbers that you have not obtained, then you need to go look at that recipe.
Yep. Do the deep dive.
Do the deep dive into the
It's
numbers.
even further with that. Some people may not understand how to interpret it. And that's a whole nother thing, because those deep dives aren't for the weak and the weary.
No, they're not. but
So,
for the
yeah.
strong and the bold.
Or just simply the interested.
Exactly. But hey, Miss
Yeah.
Parker,
Yes, 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 yes.
why don't you give these people something to feast on and make sure they don't fall for the lie?
So, this is what honestly, Imma leave it right here. Don't get discouraged, right? Do not get discouraged, but do get an understanding.
You heard what she said. Don't get discouraged. Get that understanding.
Right.
Catch y'all next time.